I'd like to call the meeting to order, July the 14th, 2026, 6 p.m. First item up is could we start with prayer? Josh, would you please lead us?
Lord, we love you. So thank you, God, for the day you've given us, for the ability to come here and to use the resources that you've given us, to be good stewards and your work here we've been entrusted with. I pray, Lord, that you would help us make wise decisions, that we may honor you in all that we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Next, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attendance.
Lonnie Dickin,
Present.
John Adams,
Present.
Caleb Malcolm,
Present.
Linda Gill. Present. Robin Meek here. Heidi is not here. Scott.
Present.
And our visitors today is Patty Jackson, Christine Dickin, Bobby Phillips, Earl Cleveland, and Josh McDonald. I hadn't written them down yet. I'm sorry.
Present. Everybody would love to be taking a look at the board minutes for last month's meeting. I'll get a motion to approve last month's minutes. Does anybody have any additions or subtractions?
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed?
You have your treasurer's report there in front of you.
Have I put a motion to approve the treasurer's report last month's meeting? Motion. And then a second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed?
You're up. All right.
So I'm here to talk to you guys about the sewer project that we're working on. As you know, or if you didn't know, the income survey is done and it came back very favorable. It came in at 77%. So we had to be above 51% in order to qualify for the Oprah funds. So that's really good. The next steps that we have, that's what I was really kind of wanting to talk about tonight. I'm glad Bobby's here because we need the PER to be completed and we need an itemized budget of what it's going to cost for the improvements to the sewer project. And I don't know where you guys are at on that. Or...
We met yesterday.
Okay, great.
Kind of
Okay.
put it together, which was very nice because we've had that,
Okay.
Steve,
Basically,
you know, I want to say Scott and Steve, get them
Oh,
before.
yeah.
And Scott was there and Eddie, so we
Okay.
can get all their perspectives, so we can make sure we get all the input, so.
Great.
with the repairs that we're needing.
Do you have an estimated time on when the PDR will be completed?
You can we want it, and we'll make sure it gets.
Well, so I don't, I don't,
Yesterday.
the
Can't get
problem is, so we have a round coming up. That opens up in September. At this point, if the PDR is not done, there's really no way you can meet that deadline. So if what we need to find out is what the total project cost is going to be, and then how you're planning on paying for it. So obviously, we're going to use Okra funds, or we're going to apply for Okra funds. But say that your project is a $2 million project, and 750,000 is coming from Okra. The balance needs to come from somewhere. Are you guys going to get a loan
We had
Or-
talked about reaching out to Beth.
to Bethany?
Yes,
Okay.
because I know that they did fund Rikers Ridge. They helped on Rikers Ridge, so.
No, they did not. No, no, they applied to
applied to
Bethany,
it.
but they did not get anything from them. Yeah,
Okay.
so
I misunderstood that.
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not speaking for Bethany. You could definitely put in an application. I don't know if it would get funded or not. So, but so say that the balance comes from the state revolving loan fund, then we can only apply the second round of next year. Okra has a stipulation that if it's coming from SRF, the rest of your match, we can only apply the second round of each calendar year when they have their round. So for 2026, the second round would be October to December. So for 2027, it's going to be around the same time period, which gives us time to get the PER done and get all of our ducks in a row. The worst thing you can do is rush a project. So, and we want them to be as thorough as possible. So we have as good an estimate as we can have. Now you could do a loan with a bank. You could do, USDA rural development. Your engineers are going to guide you on what is probably the best route to go once you know what the total project cost is going to be or estimated to
Probably
be.
is that what he was explaining? PER that was around 40,000.
That was a ballpark number,
Ballpark
that was
number.
just to kind of give you an idea.
That's just for
It
the
could be.
engineering report to be
Yes.
done.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
We also need to do the rate study as well. whatever we have to do.
right.
And you do that as the grant name.
We do not typically do the rate study. I know we've worked with, Sherman Barber Mulligan, Tracy Wine down there. She did the one for Rikers Ridge Sewer where she's doing it. I'm sure you can reach out to other accounting firms and probably get quotes or whatever on what it costs for a rate study. The one thing I do know is that you will have to have your funds committed, the balance of the funds committed. So if we're asking for 750 and we need 2 million, we have to have commitment letters or something that says that if you say that you're doing a state revolving loan fund, we have to have a letter from them saying that you've been approved for your loan. Now you haven't closed on your loan yet, but you meet all the qualifications and you've been approved. You have to show that you have all that match committed or they're going to throw your project out. Okay. So the other thing I need from you guys or that we're going to start working on is, showing project need. We need photos. Whenever you get a call out and you need to take pictures of anything anything that's going wrong, anything that's broken. If there's poop in somebody's yard, we want a picture of it because that is what they want to see. They want to see what the issues are, and the more, the better. And then letters of support, letters from residents saying, these are the problems that we're having so that we can document it and make a good case to Okra as to why you need this project funded. Okay. The other thing is how much you're paying out for repairs to be done to the system. We need a 3 to 5 year history of invoices that you've paid on repairs. Like I know, was it the pump that went down and all that stuff?
Yeah.
So we want you to start gathering that information now. So I can start putting together a spreadsheet documenting and showing all this stuff. the more money you've spent, the better, because it shows that you've made an investment into your system to try to keep it going. It's just more than what you can keep up with at this point. So, okay.
And that would include things that they have ongoing. So if they're
Yes.
gonna rebuild and replace one of the pumps, just that would all go towards that
For sure.
need. And
Yes.
repairs of the lines would all go towards the needs as well.
Yes. Yeah. So if there's stuff you're doing right now, make sure we save those invoices, document what you're doing, pictures, etc. And then we'll use that to show, we can't use it as match, but we can show it as an investment that you guys have made into the current system, and that you're not sitting here holding $2 million and just asking for money from somebody else. So, okay.
Okay, who did you say it, Sherman Burley?
Tracy Wine
Tracy.
is who I worked with.
Do you have any idea of the cost on that?
I don't, but I'm going to say it was probably around 4,000 or so. I'm not really sure. I didn't see an invoice on that one, but it could be
It's
more than that.
45 to 50,000 stuff. Reach on the line.
One question I do have. So I think when I met with you guys before, I had misinterpreted the rule for Okra for how much you can qualify for. How much is the water bill a month and how much is the sewer bill a month? Because we actually get to combine those.
The sewer bill's 25.
25.
You know what a minimum is a minimum.
You combine those even.
You
though
get
they're
to
only
combine 'em.
responsible for one.
Yes. Yeah. So that will make you guys qualify for the 750.
Forgive me.
User rates, no. User rates over $50, and that's your water and sewer together. Then you would, if the project is over $1 million in total project cost, you would qualify for $750,000. Okay. So that sounds like where you guys land then. And I apologize for that. I'm learning every
Per
day.
day.
Every day. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. It's simple.
Do you know anyone else that does rate studies?
I'm sure we could probably come up with some other
It's like with some other names. 'Cause I like to get all both of them.
Yeah.
2 or 3 of them and get quotes.
Yes. I know usually the PDR takes like 4 to 6 months to get. So you guys have started doing stuff on it.
It's like kind of gather some information, but since we're wanting to contract, we have to.
Oh, sure.
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
Are you under contract now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We don't have all of our results together, because we get one an extra and gather all the scopes.
Okay.
We don't want being hired, we don't have that.
Right.
We don't know that.
Right. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to get it back too. So I'm trying to go.
There you go.
I'd write it.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back on.
Okay. I was just thinking the only other thing that we'll need to do is some public engagement meetings, but we will not do those until after the PER is done, until we have a better idea of what we're going to be doing or what we need to do, and then and what the rates might increase to, so we can do kind of an informative meeting and get comments and whatever. And I'll also be generating a survey that we'll send out to try to get people to respond. We try to do multiple ways to get like Facebook posts or surveys or letters of support or letters explaining what their problems are, all that wonderful stuff. We try to get all different media types so that we can show that we really tried to reach out to the public to get their input. Okay. So I'll be needing your guys' help.
Okay.
Great. All right.
Did you want to go ahead and talk about yesterday's meeting?
Well, Bobby can explain if he wants to. I was just telling.
Yeah, I'll roll my notes.
No, basically, we just talked about the issues and some preliminary repairs that we could do. But I mean, in all honesty, our situation is going to be with the limited funds that we have available. Do you spend the the $45,000 making repairs, so we spend $45,000 on preliminary engineering report because you have about $100,000 worth of funds in that account. So a lot of the repairs are not terribly expensive, and that's going to need to be done. But all of it's going to do is prolong what we have because it's going to reduce water intake because we have a lot of issues with the system filling up with stormwater. It's just where's the pump set? So you're flowing twice as much.
And the other thing that you do have, I mean, your the life cycle of all the sewer and everything that's in the ground is quickly approaching the surface. So I mean, you can kick this can down the road for a little while, but sooner or later you're going to have to make the upgrades, and most of these costs aren't getting any cheaper, unfortunately.
Oh, I know that.
And you know, from the inflation and everything that you've been dealing with on the contractor side, and we're all seeing it at the grocery stores and the gas stations. Sooner or later, we have to do it. The cheapest time to usually do something was yesterday. The prices just keep going up, unfortunately. I'm not
Yeah,
telling you what to do.
they never get cheaper. You're 100%.
And I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Have a little bit of a balance act there somewhere. You fix your
Right.
worst ones and keep things where keep going and put in for Oker and hope you get lucky and get it the first round. And if you're set up for a second round, or
Those
whatever.
deals that you sent me the email today, do you have any kind of cost analysis on what those would be per piece or?
We don't. Those were just some technologies that were out there as far as servicing those manholes and getting those back down.
Did you send it
But
to
we can
Scott as
definitely
well?
get those. Yes, Scott was included in that email.
Did you see those? Did you have time to look at it, Scott?
I've been cutting trees up all night. I didn't look.
For that.
Yeah.
It's just some ways to seal manholes.
Oh. Yeah.
And
But yeah,
he's got
that's
some
the
other
service.
he's got some other quotes and he's getting some other information.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
What we wouldn't do as the engineering firm, we're not going to tell you what product to use as far as manufacturer, but we can use those specs to find the best technology out there, probably the most bang for the buck. He wanted me to read with that. We're not promoting any particular.
No,
brand.
he said that too. I mean,
Yes.
he said that, some of this is new technology, and he was asked a question about the way to work itself. There's always something new. And that's bang for the buck is what we need to figure out.
Yeah.
If I understood Steve correctly yesterday, he was saying that like the worst problems were that out in the field it's taking on so much water that we need to fix that to prolong the pumps, right?
And this one up here that he was talking about on reference, like this one up there, and it's manhole sticking out with culvert, and it's washed through the side of the manhole. So every time it rains, it's just pouring.
Oh,
It's
that's.
straight into culvert.
Oh, yeah. That's
There's a culvert, right? I mean, literally 2 foot apart.
like opening a fire hydrant when it rains.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got pictures.
It's got a hole decided.
Yeah, we should take pictures.
It's like I just
Good
I just happened to ride by and look at it just
Yeah.
a minute ago because he brought it up yesterday.
We start coming up here.
I was unaware of it, but yes.
Yeah, I did. That would be,
Take pictures of that.
that would be a real good one to fix. That one and the
Yeah,
wet
so-
weather did.
And the
Right.
and the manholes that are below grade. This the one there's like 7 or 8 of those that I've counted that are below
And
grade.
they sell an inflow lid, which I was going to bring one. I forgot it. I think I got it in Ballers, but it goes, pull your lid off and it fits in there. It's got a gasket and it keeps rainwater out from going in the, you got a whole bunch this big
Holes.
around. They add up, especially if it's
Like
like a
this one right
water.
over, it's just like this one right over here where the lid's low and the driveway drains to that corner. All that water's going in the holes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Once we put an inflow in there, then they're going to have a wet driveway. But it sounds like if it's draining, then. But they work. I mean, I have them all over Hanover. They do keep the water out.
Yeah, I have any idea what they cost now.
I haven't bought it for a while, but I can find out. You got to get them. You got to go around and measure because they got different manholes are all different size.
We definitely need to get the manholes that are in the road raised up to the street level.
Yeah, now these won't raise it. They'll just keep the
Right, I
rain
just want
out.
to seal it, but
Yeah.
those need to be raised up. We're in the road. I mean, we can seal a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that one over on that road by that.
Well, there's one by the fire department up here where somebody's hit the concrete holes in there
Yeah.
and knocked it over, and a little bit's popped open, so it's just running right in it too.
Okay.
It's just right, it's right over there. And then Delbert called me last week and somebody had took the lid off of this manhole. It's broke. The ring on top's busted.
Okay.
The lid's busted, like somebody maybe bush hogged over it one time or another, but
Yeah.
the ring's broke, so it's taking on water. I mean, you
Mhm.
just go around.
Those are right. I mean, there's probably cheap fixes. I mean, consider what we're doing here. It all would help.
Right.
Then what I'm hearing is we need to spend the money to fix these.
Let's see what
Yeah.
we have left on toes.
Yeah. Even though
I think
it's,
they came in, I think they came in quarter dozen now, those about 750. Are the ones that are in the road. There's that terrible many of those. They come up just one for driving over and the two for just the water on it. I mean, it's just sit there and drain. Cause they're some of them 6 inches deep. There's one behind the post office. There's one up there by the liquor store.
In my previous employment, I hired Homer's and All Stars down there, or two of them, that was in some subdivisions, so I didn't have a whole lot of those to deal with on the county level. I can help figure out, I'll help you in any way I can. I can make phone calls and get you in contact with people, get direct quotes for you, I'll do anything I.
It did sound like they're real costly fixes, so you can still do that and pursue the.
Right, we just gotta be careful what we spend.
Just
on
gotta
it.
watch what you, yeah.
There's some things that can't wait for a full replacement though.
Like
For
this,
Well, they're gonna have to be replaced. They're going to have to be fixed if it is replaced because, like, it's like Scott had a good point. They're basing the size of our system, the size of our piping off the intake flow of liquid. Well, if you cut that flow down by fixing all the leaks of the water going into it, then the size of your system could be smaller.
yeah,
If that makes sense.
I think that'll create necessary consequences for how we go about the grant issue.
Right, like Steve was saying that, the force main needs to be upgraded to 6 inch because the amount of flow.
Mhm.
And I'm not disagreeing with him whatsoever. But Scott's point about that is if we decrease the amount of stormwater that we're getting into the system,
Makes sense.
we're not putting in as much through the pot.
Makes sense.
it's plastic pipe.
Yeah, it's not.
Say, I mean, that would be costly to run that out.
It's just a long ways. It's a long ways across there, man.
And like say, I monitor the flows, so I can tell you.
And
before
we
helping.
only really get the big flow. What's the difference in flow numbers?
Right now, you're probably putting out 17,000 gallons a day, 16. It's rated for 68,000 gallons a day. When the pumps don't shut off, it's like 160,000. Which Hanover's, it goes over 3 million. It's only rated for 750,000. I don't know where all of our water comes from. We keep putting money, like you said, we keep track of what we put money in it, but still get the rainwater. It's designed to handle 3 billion gallons for 24 hours.
So then there's big
So-
treat all of them that restricted.
Yeah. I mean, this
Like I said,
this lagoon out here works great. It passes. I mean, there's no problem with limits or anything on it. Even when it flows, just the lift station's gonna shut off for 3 days. Sometimes you're doing the spring.
That's what size of the church.
What's the driving there?
Well, they wanted 15,000 for the highway and I think Robin and I did the permit and precision would be 500, so.
I got you.
we had still on the agenda quotes for the sewage pumps. Are we,
You can't get those pumps. You'd have to retrofit something in there. They're so old, you just can't get them.
Is there an estimate on getting them rebuilt, or would that even be a recommendation on?
You'd have to get, I mean, at this point, if they went down, you'd have to you wouldn't have a
So
choice.
would it be worthwhile spending money to go ahead and rebuild one of them? Can we run on one? Can we maintain on one? Well, enough to get one rebuilt. Then we'd have at least one rebuilt.
Probably right now you could this time of year. Dry weather. Had it checked out, you know. I mean,
That's what I mean. If
we've
they,
had pretty good luck with them for a while. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So, it's all concrete and drywall. But I can have that done. I don't know what it costs. I can find out.
Can you get a quote for that?
Yeah.
well, I mean, the facts of the matter is it's going to take us a little while to generate everything that we can file for an overdraft. So we're going to have to go into, we're talking in the next year. So we have several months here that we're going to have to.
And there's another, I mean, we're gonna be running on one pump, and I mean, you can, that's why they have two pumps. I mean, if one went down, we still got a pump. You- Two ways to look at it, depends on.
I wasn't sure about the time limits, and that was one of the things I kind of asked John. We were down on one of the days that it had a little bit of high flow. It might be normal noise, but it sounded pretty loud to me, and that might have been totally normal.
That's how they sound.
When you're not around,
Well,
things
they're in
like
a
that,
big-
you don't know what they
They're in a
sound
big chute with like a cave or whatever.
Gotcha.
They're loud.
It's extra noise.
Yeah.
Very good.
No, all kinds of critters in it. It's real fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was another question. We kind of talked about things like, yeah, how comfortable is he in a confined space? You know,
Not real, not real good.
Right, so you get us a quote just so
Yeah.
we'll have it and we'll be
Yeah, I could,
well
I'll call
informed.
Todd up there and ask him, worst case scenario with, that's, it needs an impeller or.
Sounds like it. And it just sounds like that everything we're gonna pay on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
Well, we
Record
take-
pictures.
Yeah, pictures and records.
yeah,
and we'll try to get you a proposal and some cost estimates kind of put together and have it for you for your next meeting. So you'll have everything on the table. You won't have a guesstimate because that's really all that other number.
Right. And it's like he said, no holding to it. He wanted to share on it. That's just, that was kind of the base price of it. So. Could have been an engineer.
Back in the old days, that would have been a little less, but.
Yeah.
yeah, everything's.
It just, well, it's like septic system. I can remember when I used to put septic systems in. Or what it costs for the materials now.
Yeah,
That's the truth. Any of that pipe, it just keeps going up.
That was one of the questions that Steve asked me today. Do you know how many are still on septic? That if you can change one, if you can take one off of septic and get onto the sanitary sewer, that counts as 1 point in the score. I believe it's from like 1 to 25, and that might be the SRF.
I bet
I
that is,
get
yeah.
all these numbers all
That-
run together.
The only way that you could possibly do that is if somebody did something on the highway. It would have to be along that, it would have to be up toward the liquor store. Because you would have to have a lift station across the creek.
And we didn't know if it would even be
Anywhere
worthwhile.
like on my house or whatever, like Caleb's house, you would have to have a lift station.
Is there anybody in town that's not on sewer? Does it come to your house?
Oh,
It doesn't even come.
it stops
Oh, that's
at the
right. It
creek.
stops at the creek. Yeah.
Everything stops at the creek.
Well, I can get with,
none of those places.
I'll get a list and
You'd have to put a little lift station.
start looking
Yeah,
at it
that
to
was
see if there's anybody.
And that was just like, oh, yeah,
But,
that doesn't sound like that affects you.
That's not everybody on septic system
already,
so. Yeah,
I'm
fine now. Yeah,
Had to hook up.
Yeah, you don't have your choice a lot of times.
Yeah.
If sewer is offered, you just have to find it. Shouldn't. Parker's region one time was everything was so bad there, we left that for a while for the sewer. Well, is that all of our old business? Sounds like we got some discussion to have on it.
about rebuilding those pumps? Can you get parts for those old pumps?
Yeah, because they're electric motors. They're not,
Like you need
unless the housing wore out, that
Yeah,
this motor sets on housing and it's got an impeller, draws it from the tank. If something happened to that housing, that would be the thing. That's
Yeah.
what's hard to replace.
it's
The electric motors, you can, put a brand new electric motor on it. Let's get that housing's good, electric motor and an impeller. They get wore. That's basically all there is to it. But the housing is what they can't. As far as taking that one out and bolting one in,
There's one
You
question I
have
had
a
up
problem there.
uh,
You would have a problem with the
Yeah.
housing. Which is possible.
could that? Yeah.
there. The other questions, lost my train of thought. Oh, how it costs is to add a bar screen?
I mean, you can put up, the only bad thing about it is how you have to get to the bar.
You have to get down in the hole to do it,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be very effective.
it would be, you
Yeah, I'd be
see
prepared.
that. Yeah. You could put Hanover had a program. I just have a rake and a bar string. That's got a
The
mechanical
bar screen catches all your big solids going back through your, that catches the solids going back through the pumped up there.
You pull the tray, it catches trash,
So it doesn't get in the pipes.
keeps it out of the pump, and it has nothing. I don't see a lot of trash, but
It would have to be, but in the plants, like he's talking about, it's set up where you just take a rake and rake it off.
the Hanover's is automatic. It's almost runs 30 minutes, shuts off 30 minutes. But those are high dollar. And you could spend $200,000. Really. We just put what they call a muffin on, which that's what that had, Tommy knew. We just had one put in a Hanover before the bar screen. Just last week, and it was like 60,000. They come and put it in. They chews it up.
And I don't sign up for having that much trouble with it anyway.
Yeah.
To spend 61,000 on trying to.
Nah, I think you got probably other that would be down the list the way down is.
So we were talking about doing, and what you call it, a sludge test.
Yeah, Eddie said he would do that.
Okay, so is that something that we need to, what if we do it and they say it needs to be dredged out? That's probably pretty costly, right?
Could be,
Should
yeah.
that
They
be
say
rolled
that.
into
Could-
all of our
Yeah, we
sewer
I could go ahead and
issues?
they just told me to pick like 12 spots in that lagoon. And what I was gonna do is walk around and put cones around it. It's a sludge judge, and you see how much you stick it down in the water, and hopefully, it's just got 6 or 8 inches of sludge in it. Because it looks, I think years ago, you had somebody clean it out.
I know it's been cleaned out once years ago because mom was.
Yeah, I think a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty young.
But I don't think there's gonna be a lot of
What
there,
do you
but
do with that?
Put it on the.
It's good
fertilizer.
fertilizer.
Yeah, but in California, they use it on their gardens when they clean that all out, so here we go, like. Read that, that's a fact. Read that.
Yeah, it,
they were all right with us doing it ourselves and just making a little maps, and when they come, well, this is what we had. It's not like they're, the next
Right.
time they come, we'll show it to them.
but if we find out that they're really bad and they need to be
Yeah, then there's a cost there.
dredged
It
out,
would be the one on the southeast corner. It'd probably be the worst. That's the first one.
the first one when you drive in,
No, I'll be on the
the
other.
other side,
Yeah.
okay.
That would
And it
probably,
looks clean as can be, but
that would probably be the worst one. Like I said, when you have high flows, you're not putting a lot of solids in it. You put rainwater in it.
yeah.
So I don't
Do
think
you
it's going to be real
Are you
bad.
guys interested in having Eddie do it? And how
Yeah,
much?
we've been needing it for a couple of
I
years,
mean,
just need to get it done.
Eddie's
I
so
think.
quiet. He won't. I mean, I can get a price, but you won't charge it on.
Okay. Well, if you will, give us a price for that.
Yeah,
So they're trying to do
he
that.
might just say so much now, and I'll go out there with him and help him. You know,
Yeah, nobody.
I'll go with you. I'm not getting in a
Not
boat.
getting in that boat.
I'm not getting in no boat. No.
Somebody offered you a kayak
I
yesterday.
can't walk. I can't walk on concrete, let alone stand in a boat.
I'd probably fall out climbing into it.
Oh, I guarantee you I'd fall. No doubt in my mind. Getting in the boat, I would definitely make it out too.
I don't want you in my canoe then.
You don't have to worry about that. I'll get in it.
All right, well, if you will give us a quote for
Okay.
Letty, because he said yesterday he'd do it,
He
but
will. He's just so quiet. I said, just charge by the hour or something. I don't think it's going to be a. Take that
Oh, we
long.
just need to get it out.
yeah,
He just need a flat bottom boat.
does anybody have a flat bottom boat?
I'll find it.
He didn't want the
Yeah.
kayak.
Now Eddie could still go out in the kayak. Could probably do it. Not me.
We're there.
A lot of big turtles in there. They're all.
They look prehistoric. They look
Hungry too.
Oh my god! I had one on the bank one day.
Oh, good.
It was so loud. I pulled it up. I don't
It's just-
They won't let go.
No, he was.
I was wondering. I was kind of wondering the other day.
If there's dinosaur in there, I'm like, what the?
But you know, the acreage wooded behind that, I wonder if there's any timber that we
Yeah.
recycle for them. But there's like 3 acres behind that. Now,
It's
homes.
woods.
It's all woods. I ain't nobody cut nothing out of it in years. There might be a little bit of 10 or 15,000 you could put in it. House fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
Where's that at out there? The
All that behind it, the town owns. You know, you where the fence is back there.
back on the
The
north
town-
side.
Yeah, the town owns like
Really?
2 or 3 acres in there.
That's full of deer. Reckon. See deer in that one. That's nice little woods. I didn't know that was
They're both
town.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
I guess it was.
No, you need it if you gotta build another.
Yeah, you might have to add. Yeah,
You
the
have
road
to add
and again,
another lagoon or something. Yeah, I have.
Might be some food to check out. Timber.
I was just thinking about that the other day. I looked for some timber and about $50,000 for the tile phone. So it'll stand up there, it'll get hauled over. I mean, I'm not saying clear cut it. That's stuff that needs cutting.
Do you guys have anything else we need to talk about? No? I didn't have any new business unless you guys did.
I have one night.
Okay.
The house on the corner of Rutledge, it's across from where probably grew up. Not Barbara's old house.
Okay.
I don't know the address, next between James Todd and the corner. They need they have trees growing around the house, like it's absolutely atrocious. And it's the absolute worst living place in all town.
Right in the corner.
Yes, on the right,
So-
right across from.
Trailer.
Right across from.
Okay.
the buildings. I don't even know who lives there, but they're sure on board.
So trying to see whether or not
It's weeds, all in.
It's the same last name as Roy. One of them is a Roy.
Dennis or Lord. It's the son of the son.
Yeah. I don't remember what her name was, but his name's Roy. Okay.
Follow up on two different things. Question was on the railroad. Ravines. You know that there was something going on. A few other ones aside from the one I wrote on the other side of it as well.
The one that here, people doing work on.
Yeah.
I don't know if James County jetted that. He come out, sit there and look at it one day. And then I never heard. I don't know what.
The delay if they needed to take care of the other end. Yeah, but there was one more.
We went ahead and fixed the pipe. We were trying, James County was supposed to bring a generator truck. Because we can't find the end of it down by the river. So they brought a generator and she can find the end of it. So we know what was happening. Because it's all the water. It's a really weird deal. The drain itself is on railroad right of way. The pipe is on railroad right of way. But since the drain by J&R and the drain across the street hooked to it, it's already. So I had to work on it. I had to call Adam and have to stop the trains and when I was there, when I was done. I don't know. I need to follow up with James County because I think they came out here, but I don't know that they jetted them at all. It's got to be jetted out. I mean, it has to be.
I never done anything.
Is it a culvert?
It's a culvert that runs right along, and it's actually done it again. Here's what happened. There's so much water getting in it that it's clay pipe. And every time we have these big rains, the clay pipe gets full and it blows out the joints. Because
Is
you
it
can't
close
get
to
out
a
the
fire hydrant?
It's across the street from the fire hydrant.
Cause I got an end to go, if you got enough fire hose, it stops culverts off the fire hydrant. It's a job, but Dan Krieger, he's
Yeah,
on the fire department.
Yeah.
He put it on that pumper truck and that's what we did, unstop culverts with it. It's a brass thing, it spins, it's still got it, it works.
Like an underwriter too.
Fire department was a donation.
Yeah, I think you see, it's the same thing.
Then
that
you
Jetty
do
too.
some
You know,
It's always something he cranked that truck up, not down, what they going
I
on.
wonder how much folks they got on the truck. They're by the hydrant, but I was gonna see if we could maybe
How long is it?
give a donation to the fire department.
Yeah, that's what we,
It's several feet long. It goes all the way down. It goes from J&R Grocery to the railroad bridge beside the.
You would just go in the discharge side and go
Can't hardly stand to be down there. So many rocks.
I think that's the challenge, though. That's they find the discharge.
Oh,
Think
okay,
there
well, that
is.
is, okay.
I think
Okay.
the discharge is buried on that. That's the thing you can't find.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually the end you need to go in, even with a jetter. Yeah.
But you can't get it. We can get in the drain box. We can't get in that end. Nobody knows where it's at. And it's like not like you can just go down there and dig and find it. I mean, it's all railroad right away.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
can't-
all.
Can't just dig around all that. And
No, and it's just a real steep deal. You can't put it back on it. I mean, it's
really,
It's probably deep enough you can't hit it with pro beat.
no, and the trees, there's a couple big trees, there's concrete slabs thrown in the creek there. And I guess you can dig all the concrete out and look under it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do.
yeah.
And it has to be, and it has to be fairly deep because it goes under the sewer main that comes through there. It has to have a bunch of fall. Because if you think from J&R to that creek and then the sewer main crosses street in front of the feed mill, it goes has to go under it somewhere. I have no idea. And it's all been 24-inch clay.
It's 24-inch.
24-inch clay.
Well, that's what I got. I do.
Well, if we could just make a hole in it,
Yeah.
though, we could. It would. That's the thing. If we could just make a hole in it, though. And then it's like pieced together. It had chicken wire on it when I fixed it last time. Somebody made some kind of adapter with chicken wire and concrete.
Get blown out some other
And
time.
it starts 8-inch and goes into 24-inch. But every time we get a big rain, it just blows another spot out. There's another hole in it already
Really.
because it just fills up and it has nowhere to go. It needs a solution. In a bad way.
Would it be people just abandon it and put a new drain in?
Well, then you're talking railroad. Because the pipe's actually on, it's within 4 foot of the railroad tie, source railroad right away. So then you have to involve Adam from the railroad. And
Tell them to fix
We
it.
don't want to deal with
well, we tell him that, but then, well, your drains go into my culvert. So, yeah, that's the answer. It's not a very good situation because it's along the whole track, and I mean it's 3 to 4 feet off of the track.
Yeah.
I dug it, and we go back here and remortar the joints, but it'll just.
Oh, or
It was so bad the last time I had a suck hole, it was sucking the rope off.
yeah.
But it just does it every time. Every time we get a big rain, it's just going to keep blowing a hole out.
Yeah.
How do you call that, Bob?
Well, next to the road, I got an easier answer. You already know that when you go dig.
If you take dynamite.
Go out and you buy somebody to feed pipe and still replace it for you. I did do that on rigging road. Say, while you're there replacing that track, I'll buy the culverts, you go ahead and put them in. Don't make sure you get the right size in there. You're always taking them out and they were in it. But then I didn't stick around and inspect that. One of my foremen didn't. Make a total line as well as it should have.
Well,
I showed up for
and
Monday
the
the
worst,
next day.
and the
one
worst,
day.
but the worst part of it is if it runs down that bank to that creek, like I think it does along the tracks, it'd be pretty tricky. Cause yeah, that bank's really, it's a really steep hill when you get down by the windmill up to the
If you
tracks.
know about where that's at, you could use that jetter to basically pop it and see if you can get down and find
I
the
guess
top
we
of
get
your
some out there hole.
Yeah.
You can hit
We
the top
had
of that clay.
CDMs I'd use it. They got get them all the time with auto.
And if you can find that, then you can do a little excavation, or then you can communicate that and exactly where you need to excavate.
Yeah.
It needs to be solved because it's just going to get worse. It's not going to get better if we would flow. And we reboarded the one that went back up on it, then it would be okay. But it definitely needs replaced. You know, it's a 100-year-old clay pipe.
And my third thought would be using precision or somebody that's got one of those boring machines, see if they've got something that can run through there and they like the thing.
Well, they could run through it, but they probably come
I
out the
think
side
that
of
would
it.
be more
crazy.
expensive than auto.
Yeah. Because I kind of dug around down there looking for the end of it. I dug a bunch and put a bunch of dirt back. I never did find it, but I mean, I think it's going to be very deep there. I kind of went right over by the creek, kept looking for, because David Van Wyde said he could remember when he was a kid, it had like rebar on the end of it. Keep things out of it. So
Down in the
it stuck
creek.
out down there by the creek. He said he could remember it open. But it's just all that is just ran down over the years, the erosion of that hillside.
I'd just be stopped up on the end there if you could find that buried.
If you can find it, yeah, I think that's what it is. If you can find it.
Is that in railroad right away down there?
Yep, it's all on railroad right away.
If there's rebar there, silver finder with metal detector might be able to find it.
If you can stand up.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's
Let's
got
stretch out. Let's stay- let's stay-
rip rap on one side of it, and and if it is in the ground there, it is probably maybe 8 foot deep, probably 10. I don't know because you think about how that grade changes. There's a lot of grade in there. I thought maybe they could come out and jet it, run a jetter down it through the drain box because it's just open to the pipe in the drain box. Just run a jetter down it, and if they could hit the end of it, go through the end of it, then we'd have known.
Yeah,
they
I
could
mean,
get it out.
yeah, you have to have a big jetter.
I thought maybe the one at the North Front City
Yeah,
truck
they
would
have
be big
that's a
enough.
big one.
But if they don't come, maybe we need to call Johnny and Madison and see if they will come.
The only thing that you might add on new business probably if you wanted to do anything was going to be on your CCMG. You wanted to do anything constructive. And if you need to wait and figure out your funding, you can, but I just know that the CCMG will be here in September and that window will open and close until following.
So did you look
I did.
all these things over?
I did.
So what do you think? I forgot about that. The thing you said that.
Gave it to you too.
How much do you
did.
think our match would be on that, Bob? If CCMG, what do you think our match would be?
If it's a $300,000 project, you'd be looking at 60 months. It could go for the, but I think it'll stay closer. If I had to guesstimate, that's about where we were on one that was similar and that was the end. It's in that 3.5 ballpark. The engineering, of course, is unfortunately you have to pay all that for CCM for your cost. CCMD didn't
And
cover
then you get the
it.
environmental permit,
Yeah, and then
A&R
look at
permit,
everything
it's
in
working
there.
in the street, you got the bridge on Riddle,
Riddle Shore Bridge.
the only bridge that they haven't been replaced. But do you see if they have some life?
It's not gonna collapse. No. It's only the diff. I keep going. The worst thing there is everything bottlenecks. That road itself's only like 13 feet wide. That structure currently is 24 feet wide. As far as road width, just paved in one lane. But yeah, it's not gonna collapse. One picture of like standing on my head, you got it. So that's like I couldn't get there. If you get your roads in really good shape, or the bridge, you everything, get everything crack sealed. Those are gonna maintain. There's some action you can do along the way at some point in time. Some of that ends up getting, some of the laterals end up getting replaced. You may end up moving some of those roads up in the sewer project and come back and do those things. The sewer definitely a bigger part of it.
We're still talking into next year before sewer, so then that will this last that long?
That will, but it's like everything else. It's not gonna get cheaper.
Will NDOT money last that long?
I hope so. They've had their budget restraints and restrictions as well. We've seen that also playing right now with some very competitive bids, which could play into your favor
Right.
to replace that now, because NDOT's been a little bit slow on some of their project planning. So some of these contractors are a little bit hungrier and we're seeing some better numbers come out. That's no matter how long that holds us. Nobody knows what the economy's gonna do. What's gonna happen.
Do you want to say what's the next thing? So
I want to say, I think we need to have a discussion as just a board about some of these.
Okay.
Everybody's opinion.
you guys probably didn't get a copy of this, did you?
Yeah, so
All right, so I will get you copies, email them to you if you look at it.
It's basically replacing that bridge with a box structure, just like they did the one by the water plant. That'd be a simple one.
The park, I don't really have anything.
Did they ever turn back on the turf and park?
No. I need to call him back. The turf company was supposed to come up.
And you say that Eddie fixed the toilet?
Yes. So we were at the point where we were almost ready to replumb the bathroom because the lines, the supply line going in wasn't big enough and the toilet was taking several minutes to fill up, which was keeping people from flushing at times. And so they worked on it once. Scott worked on it, replaced the inside. It didn't help. And then I was talking to Ed about it again, and he went back over and looked at it again, and the supply line going to the toilet was real small, so he replaced it with a bigger supply line. It fills up now within 32 seconds.
We always thought just like the way the sink has no pressure.
Yeah.
Split it
So
open, it was like 1 inch or something. It's still big. That's just 3/4 going into. I know what side of the pipe is it.
so it seems to be working fine now, and he hasn't had as much issues when he goes in to clean. It's flushed. It's been good now.
So cat living in there.
There's cats in there every night.
Yeah, I go by there at night and one lays on a picnic table by the bank.
Yeah, they don't come around during the day. All these feral cats come out at night.
That's because their owners are out.
And they're everywhere.
That's because their owners are out at night. If you go through there, you're going to see somebody standing around the corner. If you go through there, one popping.
You know, there is, they're terrible. And at one point, I sprayed ammonia at all the gate openings and stuff. But the stupid cats are so smart. Stupid cats are smart. They climb the fence to get in. They don't go through under the gate. So we might have to put Earl on this and let him go shoo the cats out at night.
Also,
they have-
light trucks.
Do they have does Canes have a like an animal protector that they can weave into that fence? Some places have that where it's like a metal section so they can't climb because they get up there and then they can't go any further because it's metal and they can't.
I don't know, I can ask him.
It'd be helpful around the bottom, they'll just keep sending the ping pong balls in.
That's true.
And every day
We're gonna get you we're gonna get you one of those golf cart things. You just pick that, push down, pick them up, and you just walk around, pick them up every day. You know?
Yeah. And that little double dummy to get your basketball out from underneath. Stuff over there.
Yeah, if the balls go over there, he won't throw them back.
Yeah, you won't.
Just out of orneriness.
Yeah.
So the park's going real well. Ed's doing an amazing job cleaning, and I think he's doing a really good job with the
Yeah.
lagoons and stuff
Yeah,
too.
really good.
Keeping those
Something
good.
else I have a question. Like down by the highway, the highway
Yes.
store.
Yes.
I know that we have a town have had to pay to mow that area out there because it won't get mowed. But since we mowed it, they think they can put a big billboard out there, and that is on town right away. I think that needs to be moved off of town
Okay.
right away.
So when I saw the sign there, I told Ed to put mow on it. I said, "You're not going to mow around their sign." I said it shouldn't be there anyway. So then I was in the store the other day, and the owner was in there. So I told him, I said, "I don't know if the town's going to approve that being there or not, but one thing I can tell you, we're not going to mow it anyway. If you want, the sign there, and if the town don't complain, you have to mow it." He did mow it, yeah. So if you want it gone, I'll send him a letter. I think it looks ugly.
It's on right away. I mean, it's on town right away. I mean,
Okay.
it's pretty dry on that aspect of it.
It obstructs the view too. Okay.
Do what?
It obstructs the view, like it could pull out or something.
Yeah.
I get rid of it for me. It's a huge sign too.
You spoken.
All right, I will get him a letter out. Because I told him that day that the board might have something to say about it, but we would not mow it anymore.
Right.
And he did mow it, or somebody did. He had it mowed at least. But I'll send a letter and tell him that we talked about it and he has to move it. Okay. The trees at the end of Reynolds,
Yes.
I've tried to catch that guy there a couple of times, and the only time I've ever saw him out was right there when I was coming to the meeting. But I don't know when they're home, but I've not caught that guy there to tell him that we need those trimmed or we're going to trim them.
We did them before.
Yes, that's what I thought. So I was going to ask Ed if he would look at him.
And if you don't want, I'll have. Sure.
Okay.
I'll still get up on that because I got that man vested for the tractor. So just give it a pulse on and try to do it.
Do you want to go ahead and have that do it then?
I can do it.
Is this the same owner?
Yeah, but it's right away. It's just tree limbs growing out of right away. We went through and cleaned them all 2 years ago. Every one of them, the school buses and.
That's what we do for the
Can't
school
see.
buses and stuff.
Well,
You've got
and
to
then up
pull out.
there you can't meet their car in that spot.
There's a privacy fence in his yard, and these are all on the outside of the privacy fence on the road right away. If you want to go ahead and, because Ed's still got to do the,
I have a man
lagoon stuff.
basket that I can put on forks. And I can just pick them up in a man basket and he puts his
Okay.
harness on and can't fall out of it and trim trees.
is there any place else that you need letters sent to besides the house on Rutledge and the sign?
I don't think so.
What about the permanent yard sale and Mike's parking area
Oh,
under the carport?
yeah, the county's been plugged up.
They don't abandon truck out. You know, that's.
Well, that's the same guy that's trying to get a hold of Mr. McDonald. It has to be around yard sale. Same we put on Facebook trying to get hold of the church.
I haven't heard from him yet.
That is his name's Fleming, I believe.
Adam Fleming.
And he's the one that his girlfriend passed away in jail or something.
Right. How do you feel about that?
Well, the yard sale is cleaned up. I mean,
Underneath that railway too. Going up that thing, I don't know if you've seen that.
I've
Out
seen
there up the first line. It's
I think those are only little things. Yeah, I think that's what those are, yes.
9 cents a pound.
Okay. Anything else in town? I did have streetlights repaired. There was 5 of them around town that needed to be repaired. And all of them but one, I think, has been done because they have to stop traffic for that one, so he can't do it alone. The contractor has to have somebody come with him. And that's the one, the next one past the park.
Oh.
In front of
I would like
Double.
Brad Ferguson. And it's a Brad Shield. They didn't they're cleaning their off, so
Rocks by the road.
yep, we're gonna get them off right away. We're looking at a project. We don't need that mess over there. If you don't want to move them, we're gonna move.
Okay.
We've been there long enough.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
And we sewer bills.
I don't have any at this time. She filed 7 liens last week. So maybe come fall, they'll collect some more money.
Question on this thing. When does the thing with the water company transpire?
The shutting off the water.
Yes.
Okay, so they're working on an agreement right now for us, our attorney is. Trying to get an agreement and an ordinance ready for us. It is pretty much law now that they have to do it, so they can't, water company can't really say no at this point. I will probably come back with some questions about fees and that kind of stuff. So the water company, what it is when they don't pay their sewer bill, we can't do anything about it because we don't own the water, and the water company won't agree to go shut off the water because the sewer's not being paid. But there is a state law now that says that they have to work together to do this. So the attorney's office, and Ron knows it, Ron agrees, he's just got to get the board to vote yes on it. So they told us to have the agreement made up and then they would look at it. The water company has to do the work. So like if the sewer bill gets to 60 days past due, then the water company has to go out, notify them, shut off the water. And the notification has to say that their water's getting shut off because their sewer bill's not being paid.
There's usually a fee, like it's
Yes.
35 at hand.
So the water company is charging a fee to shut it off
Yeah.
and then to turn it
That
back on.
pays your
too.
guy to do the
$100, right? Each time.
I don't know exactly.
I
what
think it's
they're
$100
charging.
each time.
When you get to the sewer
It's
bill,
35
when
a year.
you turn it back on.
Pardon?
So you say, whenever you turn it back on the water company, can they force them to pay their sewer bill
Yes,
in
they won't turn it back on until it's
They
paid.
pay the full.
How much
Yes.
does the water want for their fee?
Well,
Are they want
They
to keep their fee
haven't-
the same?
they still will get that fee for turning the water off and turning the water back on.
You know what our fee is.
Right. So there was a question of whether they would charge us a fee for the customers that they have to do this for.
And that's fine. Customers just pay it. If they want to turn back
Yeah,
on.
and I told them that it would be turned over to the customer, but they had to tell me how much of a fee. So they didn't know what to say. The attorney's office is trying to find similar agreements with similar towns and stuff.
Did you
That
say
gives
35?
them an
Ours is 35. We have
idea.
people that are on Kent Water and Hanover Sewer, but we have the right to, with Kent, if they don't pay their sewer bill, we go shut it off and they pay us the $35, but we got guys that work here all day long, so
Yeah.
you don't have that here, so.
So do they charge the sewer a fee for doing it? Or do you charge the customer a fee for doing that?
$35.
Or that's just for the water?
If they owe 50 and they've been shut off, they gotta come in and give you $85. And we're gonna turn the water on.
Yeah, so see that
They
fee,
already
they already get it.
Yeah, they already did.
Yeah. So Kent, we don't give Kent any money and they don't have, I mean,
Okay, so
'cause
that's
we're the
kind of
ones
where we're at.
doing
We
it.
don't think there should be a fee,
I wouldn't think so, but that's just the way it's always worked at Hanover.
not a fee from the water company to the sewer company. We don't think that should have
Yeah.
a fee. But the attorney's office is trying to get similar,
It's kinda like
Now-
anything else,
agreements.
it's on the
Yeah,
list.
but you could charge
It's
them a fee for just the sewer, to add it to the sewer bill,
yeah. If you charge
whatever you want.
a late fee.
Ours used to
for-
be 25, they raised it 35.
What's the minimum monthly bid?
Right now, sewer's 25.
Well, you'll get $25 fee to the sewer. Yeah, I mean, there's still
Yeah.
work to it. They still gotta call you, process it.
But he called the other day with a bunch of questions and I directed him to talk to Ron because Ron's the one that they go out, shut it off. So I think he got all those questions answered. So we should have it by the next meeting. And the water company meeting is like 5 days after our meeting. So we should be able to get it in place by next month. We have to change or it's simpler if we change our due date by like 3 days, which is no big deal. To coincide with their billing and their shut off times and all that stuff.
What do they give them, like 30 days? Like Hanover, you get your bill at the first of the month,
Stuff like this.
pay by the 15th, it's normal. After the 15th, there's a late fee. And if you haven't paid it by the end of that month, you got 30 days, they'll shut it off.
Yeah, I
I think
think
it's the 17th and.
I think theirs is the 17th. And they shut
That's,
it off.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 17th and they'll shut it off on the 26th.
They don't give you a month.
This is a
Okay.
whole, when you get your bill, you got a whole month to pay.
Here you
They
go.
don't hear.
No, you pay it that month.
10 days or something like
That's what I mean,
And
though.
you pay it.
If I get July 1st, if I get a bill July 1st, I got till the end of July to pay.
If you get it here on the 17th,
10 days, isn't it?
you get 10 days.
Yeah.
You don't get a whole month.
You get your bill before the 17th. though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your
it
bill.
We
before
get
the
it, yeah.
That's wrong.
It's due on the
Yeah, they
17th.
give you till the 15th there.
But you don't get a whole first.
You get 30, you get 15 days before you pay a late fee and then
Shut it off.
30 days before the.
Yes, they
Well,
will.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are working on it and we're getting closer all the time to getting that done, which will help a lot. And I don't think that the water company is gonna say no this time. I don't think they can.
That's not,
It's a law.
it's a law.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it'll happen this time, which will be a lot better off.
It'd be great.
Gail also is now taking credit card payments for our sewer.
Oh, that helps out.
That helps a lot because a lot of people would come in and pay and they couldn't pay the sewer. So now they can. And everybody that comes in and pays any way that they pay, cash, check, anything, credit card, anything, he looks up the sewer bill and will say to them, your sewer's due too. Are you going to pay this? And sometimes they'll say, oh, yeah, let me do that. And then other times they'll say, nope, I ain't paying it. And they'll walk out. So,
So we shut your water off here
Yeah.
for 20 minutes.
so I think all of it will help.
Don't take a shower if you do
Yeah,
that.
We
So
never had that option
Off
before.
the top of your head, just a quick
You didn't have that
curiosity
option.
question. How much money do you think that the town is owed on sewer bills right now? Like if you were guessing. That we're having to file liens for, because that will be gone. That will be money back into the budget
Yeah.
as soon as they start that,
Well,
because that won't happen anymore. If you
Sure.
get your
Yeah.
order, they're gonna pay the bills.
I just transferred $2,300 from the town account back to sewer for the spring collection for tax liens. The one before that, the fall for tax liens was like $4,500. And she just filed 7 more.
6 or 7.
So they won't get paid till fall.
So that's gonna change the funding law. I mean, that's gonna change the amount of money, was it down a lot?
Yeah.
We'll be late.
So I'd say at any given time, we're behind $4,000.
Yeah.
And that'll go away.
Yeah, that should go away if all this happened.
Figure else.
It's the way it works. I don't pay my light bill, they shut it
That's
off.
the way it works.
Anyway,
So hopefully we'll have that by next month. They did. That's ready.
Oh, we all ready for the bills and
We
vouchers?
are.
He's on the floor.
It's hot in here.
I don't know, is the vents not working here?
I think I didn't go out and turn it up when I got here today.
It's cool out there.
Yeah,
Is there anything else you guys need from me?
no.
You gotta switch it to this.
Let me know.
Oh, okay.
If you need me to send that to you in an email, if I send you the packet that I'm proposing on it, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, if you would, then I'll just email it to them.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll start getting our stuff together.
All right.
Very well, sir.
I'll be back in
Yeah.
touch.
Good night. Good to see you.
See you.
Was Thunder out to do a service call?
You should have done some stuff in the panel over there.
Okay, it says replace timer on the
Yeah.
motor.
Yeah,
I just always like to
yeah,
Whatever.
check and make sure.
yeah.
That might have been when you were out of it.
No, I was actually calling and he
Yeah.
said, Troy, you ever get a chance to
That's trying to say.
place that timer on it? And said, I forgot all about that when he's done the other
Been
stuff.
on that stuff.
It
We'll
gets
try to do
changed.
this in the pound.
That was right before I was.
That does make sense.
Right before you got sick.
Because
Yeah,
I know what those prices are. And I try not to, I try to be, cheap. Usually those sort of things you say it because I need a situation.
Yes. Also free us up a little bit if we need to go on the engineer's fee.
Well, I think that we can cover the engineering fee. It's just, you can't do the engineering fee unless.
And maybe most of
That
requires
is
that.
the railroad thing.
Fine.
And we did get the money for that. I just didn't pay that. Yeah.
We're very sorry, but we spent 100 getting that stop sign, the stop rail business.
Yeah.
Very sorry that one.
We already did that one. Yeah, I had to pay him that day. I'm not sure that went to AAA, but. Yeah.
Whoever we do got it, huh?
He had me make it out to his boss's name, so I kind of questioned that. I got a receipt, it's all matters.
We got a grant for that. Striping, the railroad striping.
Yeah.
Yeah, our grant was $3,050, but they paid more.
What is sheriff's books?
Our website.
Oh,
Yes, they also sign.
Okay, so
yeah, but let me tell you about.
It's a lot.
So here's the scenario. I got reported to me. I called this point. To be with some officer out. There, I was with the cats all the birds back there. The guy wasn't there. It sprayed the wells and about 5 people. But that's something that we need to talk about. Anyway, come to find out, the guy's girlfriend lives with Norberg, and he's not staying there. But I have a picture of some people even walking down our.
Yeah.
And so that's the situation that's going on. He's supposed to increase patrols at night out here.
There we go.
But they have their tents on our sewer right away, and I think their tents should be moved off our side of the sewer. All gone,
behind that house.
or gone.
Well, it's worth a question brought up by Mr. Malcolm Senior. He is not very diplomatic, so he's not thrilled with them being in our road either.
And that's the thing that we did, that, but most of that's grant. 3,000
I want those fence off of our right of way. I don't know if we need to just have the police take them off our right of way. Because they're our sewer right of way.
There's properties that,
Norbergs, whoever she rents off over here, see, that was the situation. The guy is a sex offender. They called him in, he gave him an address and wasn't here. He wasn't here that day, but his girlfriend lives in the house there, but he's not staying. If that makes sense. So he's staying there. They just didn't care here right now.
I'm still thinking.
yeah, that most of that was that CCMG grant. Our portion was like 3,400.
I was looking at that. The Treasury report. I was
Yeah.
like, let's cut that.
Yeah.
And it's just quick.
We had both of those grants going at the same time. Nope, that's all.
Our next date of our next meeting be August 11th, 2026, 6 p.m. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Can I get a second to that motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.
Certain